Hear all about what one Ohio business is doing to help support breast cancer survivors for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
A campus-wide program this October is growing awareness of domestic violence. I've got the story.
See how KSU's LGBTQ+ Center is celebrating LGBTQ+ History Awareness Month and what events are taking place over the weekend.
Today is World Mental Health Day. Hear all about how you can commemorate the day as well as tips from the CDC. All of these stories and more as KSTV begins right now.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Good evening, Portage County. Thank you for joining Kent Stater TV this Thursday. I'm Lex Rady.
And I'm Joe Malvin.
Yesterday, you heard about the Take Back the Night event, and events have continued this week in support of victims of sexual and relationship violence.
This included an event today at the library aimed at educating bystanders.
Our reporter, Emma Campbell, has more with the story.
Hey guys, today I visited the University Library where the Sexual and Relationship Violence Support Services were hosting a table of education for students.
So if you're a bystander, you're just watching.
Yeah, you're just watching, doing nothing.
But if you're active, that means you're doing something to help.
Oh, yeah, because I thought upstairs this morning.
Each week of October, SRVSS brings educational opportunities to students of these commonly ignored conversations. Thursday focus is to become an active bystander.
Making sure we're building up a culture where we take care of each other. If something's happening and you see something, we encourage you to do something about it, say something to someone, just get help in general. Hopefully just students talking to other students will get people to come by.
Nationally, 11.2% of all students experience rape or sexual assault through physical force or violence. Learning how to become an active bystander may bring awareness to this statistic on campus.
For me, it means if I see something, I do something. We have discussions where we tell people or equip students with the tools to do it. Sometimes when we say do something, people feel like it means jump right in. Doesn't always mean that. It just means, hey, I can't help, maybe somebody else can. Being an active bystander just means I see something, so I do something.
The SRVSS will be having more events available for students to participate throughout the month of October. Visit kent.edu/SRVSS for more information. With more open dialogue about relationship abuse with KSU students, the Serve Center is a building active community awareness. For KSTV, I've been Emma Campbell.
Thank you, Emma. Well, a unique partnership between the Departments of Modern Classical Language Studies and Sociology and Criminology. Both departments are hosting a film festival. Tonight's film, Belle de Jour. The film will be shown from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and will be held in the DI Hub Theater with light refreshments and discussions from the presenters. The film festival will continue in the following days and will end next Friday.
You've heard of drive-in movies, but Kent State's Rec and Wellness Center is making a big splash with a dive-in movie for Mental Health Awareness Month. The event provides participants the opportunity to swim, float, and relax while enjoying a screening of Inside Out 2. The movie starts at 8 p.m. tonight and is limited to the first 400 people that register.
This weekend is Rainbow Weekend, put on by Main Street Kent. The upcoming festivities will include a 5K drag race, a free yoga class, pride trivia, and safe space training offered at Kent State. A number of sales at downtown restaurants and businesses are being held, including sales from Bent Tree Coffee and Barrio. Visit mainstreetkent.org to find a full schedule of weekend activities.
Your first forecast on Kent Stater TV.
Hello everyone across our Portage County and Northeast Ohio regions. I am KSTV weather anchor Odin Amador Gorby, and right now we are in our studio right now doing our Currently in Kent right now, and as you can clearly see, it's sunny skies out there with a high of 57 right now. We do have a frost advisory that will be in effect until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So definitely tonight, make sure you put tarps on your plants, and if you can get your plants inside, definitely do so, as it will freeze, and we don't want that. And as we look across our As we look across our hour-by-hour forecast, as we can clearly see right here, towards our 7 o'clock we'll be a low of 52, but then towards 10 o'clock and midnight we'll be dipping down to the lower 40s with clear skies all throughout our region. So definitely be ready for this evening. It's going to be a cold one for sure. Definitely, it's starting to slowly and surely become more like fall. But that's all I have for. Actually, here's our Northeast Ohio temperatures right here, right now. As we can clearly see, Youngstown's at 59, Ashtabula at 55, our beautiful city of Kent at 56, Akron, Canton 57, Cleveland 57, Worcester at 62. A little bit warmer towards the south, towards the north and south as that warm front is starting to come through. Mansfield at 63 and Sandusky at 60 degrees. That's all I have for right now, folks. In my next update, we'll be talking about our 7-day and about a cold front that is going to be coming in during this week that will bring more fall-like weather. Until then, back to you guys at the news desk.
Thanks, Odin. Portage County Sheriff Bruce Sikowski has faced scrutiny over multiple Facebook posts some are calling, quote, racist. These posts come weeks before early in-person voting, where the Portage County Board of Elections Committee decided to change their source of security from the Sheriff's Department. Been 3 weeks since Portage County Sheriff Bruce Sikowski addressed his Facebook post calling illegal immigrants locusts and proposing to keep records of residents with Kamala Harris campaign signs. While some supported his post, the post sparked outrage and garnered national attention.
Within this larger debate about what it is that public officials can and cannot say and how they come across and how it affects the public trust.
After the controversy, the Portage County Board of Elections decided that the Sheriff's Office would not provide security at the early in-office polls like they normally do.
It's really primarily to make sure that there's no appearance of impropriety.
Nielsen says board members do not want citizens to feel intimidated by law enforcement at the polls or perceive an endorsement from the board, especially because Sikowski is on the ballot for re-election.
Anytime the sheriff is on the ballot, whether it's a sitting sheriff or any sheriff race, that will seek security from another entity.
Board members have turned to Ravenna Police as a source of security for this upcoming election. Campaign signs endorsing Sikowski can be found in Portage County. However, some experts believe his recent comments have given his opponent an advantage.
His statements certainly inflame his opponents and give some ammunition.
Sikowski declined to be interviewed. Castle says that it's very rare for an incumbent sheriff to lose a re-election. However, the sheriff has left his mark on Portage County.
Comments really stain the county. I think it really harms the image of Portage County.
We have been recently updated on a new allegation towards Sikowski over allegedly using inmate labor for his re-election campaign. KSTV will be following the story and will provide updates on any new information.
The Akron police have released an image of a person who is of interest who is connected to a robbery. According to police, the suspect was in the back of a teenager's car prior to robbing him on Friday. The 19-year-old who reported the robbery told police he returned to his car and an unknown man was in the back of his car. The victim says the suspect had forced him to go to an ATM and give him money at gunpoint.
The Portage County Emergency Management Agency will be conducting an active shooter training tomorrow at Field High School in Brimfield. There will be no classes as the training is taking place during the day, and officials are alerting residents in the area to not be alarmed to see large amounts of emergency vehicles and first responders reporting to the school.
And authorities have offered an update on missing Cleveland teen Kayshawn Williams. The reward money in that case has been increased to roughly $23,000. Authorities also say that according to a recent tip, Williams is confirmed to have entered a black SUV following a party prior to his disappearance. Kayshawn Williams went missing on June 17, 2023. He was 15 at the time of his disappearance.
The State Consumer Alert is warning Ohioans of a data breach in the money transmitting service called MoneyGram. Sensitive and personal information from customers has been obtained by hackers, and an investigation is now underway. MoneyGram says they have taken steps to contain the breach and are still working to identify the affected customers.
An Ohio tattoo shop is helping breast cancer survivors. The owners and employees of Johanna Tattoo Shop gave out free tattoos to breast cancer survivors to cover their scars with tattoos. All this to help them heal. In total, 14 women got tattoos through Gahana's Pink event. Mindy Stockwell, a survivor who got a tattoo, said that early detection of cancer is the key.
Later on, formed in the Gulf of Mexico, Hurricane Milton touches down and causes major destruction in the already devastated state of Florida.
Honda has recalled nearly 2 million of their vehicles. Find out why these cars are being recalled and where you can go to get yours fixed.
Today, the world could use a little more understanding. Understanding nurtured by shared values. We come together at Kent State. Different dreams, different viewpoints, united by purpose. Preparing to make a difference in our divided world. Wherever you are in your life's journey, come learn with us. Begin at Kent State. Many Olympians have launched their careers at Kent State University. In track and field, veteran coach Nathan Fanger has propelled 2 star athletes to the Summer Games. Following in their powerful footsteps is Olympic hopeful Gabby Bailey. Gabby's high school coach knew Kent State would be a perfect home for the Jamaican star after seeing the success of one of his former athletes, Olympian Daniil Thomas Dodd.
Kent is a good place to grow because the environment here is unmatched compared to other schools. It's not just a good place for athletes, it's a good place for everybody. Everybody feels supported here.
Coach Fanger helps Gabby grow athletically and academically.
We want to go win conference championships and we want to see people's success outside of track and field, but to get there, you've got to be able to be supportive through the whole process, right? I'm there essentially 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
It's like an experience that you probably won't get anywhere else. And it's just a feeling of being welcome all the time.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
And ahead of the storm, this is your KSTV weather.
Welcome back. Hurricane Milton has touched down in Florida.
For the latest updates on the devastating storm, KSTV correspondent Lillian Dravick joins us tonight. Hi, Lillian.
Hey guys, that's right. Hurricane Milton has touched down today in Florida and has caused major damage as well as outside support to the devastated state. The Category 3 Hurricane Milton touched down in Florida and caused heavy damage due to heavy wind, storm surge, and rainfall. Flooding is a major concern with the storm bringing in over 9 inches of rain in 3 hours. Milton was the 3rd hurricane to hit Florida this year, which has only happened 5 times in the last 150 years. Milton has also broke the record for the most tornado warnings in a day. Now Milton has moved away from Florida and is in the Atlantic Ocean. In its wake, at least 7 people were killed and possibly more as rescue crews move in. 5 people were killed in St. Lucie County due to the tornadoes. The winds and heavy rain tore up houses and buildings, including the Tropicana Field, the home of the Tampa Bay Rays, which was supposed to be used as an emergency response center. As a response, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine plans to send the Ohio National Guard after Florida sent a request through the Emergency Management Assistant Compact. Members of the 200th Red Horse Squadron have been sent to provide emergency aid through storm debris cleanup, recovery and relief operations, as well as additional support. Ohio also assisted North Carolina after Hurricane Helene. Governor DeWine was not the only one to extend a helping hand to Florida after the destructive hurricane. Singer Taylor Swift has reportedly donated $5 million to relief efforts. This donation will help with rebuilding as well as providing food and water to those affected. Other music stars like Luke Combs and Billy Strings have announced a hurricane relief concert in Charlotte. That's all that I have on the aftermath of the Category 3 Hurricane Milton. This has been Lillian Drabick. For more weather news, here's Olden.
Hello everyone, welcome back. So yeah, Hurricane Milton, thankfully the remnants of it will not affect our state at all. It's just going to go out into the Atlantic Ocean where it will dissipate and die at that point. But thankfully here and across our area we will not experience Hurricane Milton and any of its effects. But currently right now in our statewide forecast right now, it is a beautiful fall day out there. Pittsburgh at 61, Akron, Canton 57. Towards the south and the northern regions, Toledo at 66, it's a lot warmer. Columbus 66, Athens at 66, and Cincinnati at 71 still. So yeah, it's definitely been a fall day for some areas, but not for all, as that warmer air is towards our south. But anyway, as we look towards our tomorrow's forecast, it's going to continue to be really warm out there. Tomorrow, we're talking about indices going up to 72 degrees, our high, with sunny skies. Winds will be moving at 5 to 10 miles per hour across their area, so not too bad. And it will be sunny all day long. And here's a look at our 7-day outlook. Let's talk about it, folks. So right now, as you could clearly see this Friday, we're going to be dealing with sunny skies, a high of 72, but look at these temperatures go down towards the weekend with partly cloudy skies for Saturday with a high of 68. But then Sunday is when that cold front will be pushing in, bringing rain showers throughout Sunday through Tuesday, going down from 66 on Sunday down to the 50s and to even 48 on Tuesday. And then we'll start to rebound a little bit towards the end of the week, as you could clearly see partly cloudy skies for Wednesday, a high of 53, and then Thursday, a high of 60 with sunny skies. So definitely be ready for this swift change in fall weather as we head into next week. And that about wraps up my Thursday evening weather forecast. Please stay warm and dry in this week ahead. Have a great weekend, everybody. Until then, back to you guys at the news desk.
Thanks, Odin. Honda is recalling nearly 2 million Honda and Acura vehicles in the United States for abnormal steering noise in the cars. This can lead to increased difficulty steering, which increases the risk of a crash. Now, this recall affects 1.7 million 2022 to 2024 Acura and Honda vehicles. If your car falls under the qualifications of a recall, Honda is offering a free repair of the steering wheel at authorized dealerships.
And according to new data, American inflation is getting back to normal, or at least similar to the levels it was at in 2017 and 2018. In September, it continued to slow until it reached a 3.5-year low. According to the Consumer Price Index, the price changes for regularly bought goods and services was 2.4% for the past year, which is higher than expected. However, according to economists, it is heading in the right direction.
Another recall has been made, this time from a meat producer. 10 million pounds of ready-to-eat branded meat have been recalled due to listeria concerns. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says routine testing found traces of listeria from products that were shipped to restaurants and institutions nationwide. There has been no confirmed reports of the illness.
And today is World Mental Health Day, and to commemorate, the CDC is putting a spotlight on the effect mental health has on children and teens. In the past few years, health experts say that there has been an increase in mental health disorders among American youth. For that reason, the Kids Mental Health Foundation recommends to do the Take 5 Challenge, calling parents to put away the distractions and spend at least 5 minutes of intentional time with their kids.
We have the latest on the conflict between Israel and Palestine.
We go now to our correspondent, Alex Minch. Hi, Alex.
Hi, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and here's all the updates from the Middle East, including President Biden's call with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. An Israeli airstrike occurred today. The attack led to 28 confirmed deaths, along with over 50 injured. The Palestine Red Crescent Society says that the attack targeted a school-turned-shelter in Deir al-Bala, central Gaza. The Israeli military claims that it struck terrorists who were operating inside a command and control center. A new peer review study showed that the Israeli military dropped 2,000-pound bombs near every hospital in Gaza. These bombs are what experts say is the main cause of the increasing death count in this conflict. The study's main author says that the distance between these highly destructive bombs and the hospitals is a, quote, clear violation of international humanitarian law, end quote. With tensions on the rise in the Middle East, President Biden spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for the first time in nearly 2 months. The conversation was a 30-minute direct phone call in which Biden appeared to be getting frustrated with the Prime Minister for the lack of listening to his advice on the conflict. According to the White House, the leaders agreed to remain in close contact over the coming days, both directly and through their national security teams. Coming to you live from Franklin Hall, I've been Alex Minch, and thank you for joining me with the latest updates on the Israel-Palestine conflict.
Who doesn't love free food? Hear all about how you can win free Red Lobster for 4 years and when this special promotion ends.
Could the Guardians take the lead in the series against the Tigers, or would they fall behind? Find out how they fared in the Motor City.
At Kent State University, we want all students to develop a global perspective. And with more than 200 study abroad programs in 60 countries, there are many opportunities. One is found in the Central African country of Rwanda, where students connect with survivors of the 1994 genocide.
We're learning about the reconciliation process. Rwanda sort of took a very community-based approach to how they recovered.
In January, a group of Kent State student athletes traveled to Rwanda, where they organized a soccer camp for children.
While we were there, we got to work with kids and spread our knowledge about sports.
And we brought shoes, cleats, soccer balls for everybody.
It was a transformational experience.
The people of Rwanda were full of joy. They were also full of excitement and life.
I think the big thing that I'm going to take home personally from the experience is perspective. There's not just one way to do things.
This was unlike any other academic experience I've ever had.
Last night, tennis legend Rafael Nadal announced his retirement. The superstar said his final tournament will be with Spain in November at the Davis Cup Finals.
The 22-time Grand Slam winner has struggled with injuries over the past 2 years. In announcing his retirement, Nadal talked about how he felt he wouldn't be able to continue to play without limitations.
Hello, Portage County, and we're going to get right to it because we have a jam-packed day of sports. We have action going on right now and later tonight, and to start things off, we are going to the pitch as the Kent State women's soccer team is over in Northern Illinois University playing right now. The Golden Flashes are currently struggling a little bit. They come into this game against Northern Illinois not having scored a goal since week 3. Excuse me, not week 3, in the last 3 weeks. The Flashes are going into this game with a 2-2-1 conference record and look to go above 500 in the MAC tonight. Tonight's game could get them back on track, though, because the Huskies have lost or tied in their last 5 games. And we're going to go from the pitch over to the diamond as the Cleveland Guardians face the Detroit Tigers at Comerica Park yesterday. And we're going to go to the first inning. Riley Green facing Alex Cobb. Cobb had not pitched since September, and this was his first game back, and it showed because Riley Green singles up the middle. Austin Meadows will score. Detroit is up by 1. We're going to go bottom of 3. Matt Vierling, he's going to hit this one into the middle of left field. That's a sac fly. Jake Rogers scores standing up. Detroit is now up 2. After a pitching change, Eli Morgan takes the bump, and he is going to give up this double. Spencer Torkelson rips this one down the left field line. There was no doubt that a run was going to score on that one. The Detroit Tigers are now up by 3, and the fans are going nuts. The Guardians need some wind in the sails. Could David Fry provide it? He rips one, and Matt Vierling, he kills this momentum. Look at this play, folks. He snags this one. The game is in Austin Hedges' hands. They lose. Detroit goes up 2-1 in this series. Now we are going to come with a live score update. The Cleveland Guardians just took the lead 1-0 with a Lane Thomas single into right field. The Guardians are still up to, no, they are now pitching. Tanner Bybee takes the bump for the first time in this game. Now we are going to go into week 6 of Thursday night football. It's going to kick off tonight at 8:15 as the 49ers travel out to Lumen Field to take on the Seahawks. The Seahawks go into this game with a 3-2 record, and the 49ers are looking to get their 3rd win of the season. This divisional rivalry should be a tough one, though, because both teams are missing key players. The 49ers will be without their starting kicker, Jake Moody, and without their starting safety and interior D lineman. The Seahawks' most notable inactive is Tariq Woolen, their star corner, and they will be without a great deal of defensive players in this game. However, I do think that the 49ers are going to win this one. That's all the time I have for you guys tonight. For all things sports, be sure to check us out on KentWire.com. I'm Anthony Leonardi. Have a great night, Portage County.
Get ready to celebrate good times with Red Lobster. Hear all about the promotion that is sure to make you wave.
Kent State University's Marcello Fantoni has served on the scientific committee of the Palace of Versailles for the past decade. Through this prestigious position, Fantoni creates worldwide connections, helping Kent State students and faculty realize one-of-a-kind global experiences.
Today, Kent State University is a global university. We have a presence in every single continent of this planet. If we send our Ohio students all over the world and bring their experiences back, we create the conditions in Ohio for a much healthier and stronger development of the entire state. When you come back and you have more tools in your brain, more options for solutions, you are a more talented, a more versatile professional. And this is what the market wants today. The future of higher education is global.
If you're on a seafood diet or just a regular seafood fan, then you'll want to listen closely. Red Lobster's latest promotion, a chance to win free food for the next 4 years.
Contestants can scan QR codes on tables at Red Lobster until November 10th for a chance to win. The move comes as Red Lobster looks to get back on the map as it exits bankruptcy. The final Fat Bear results are in. This year, 128 Grazer has been announced the winner of the Fat Bear Week contest. Take a look at her chunkiness right there. She got 71,000 votes to earn this title. This contest has been going on for nearly a decade as an effort to boost awareness about the state's wild brown bears.
That's
Joe
a
Malvin,
big bear.
That's a big bear.
That's a big bear.
I think the people of Portage County want to know, what is your favorite type of bear?
You know, I gotta say the polar bear for my grandma. She loves polar bears. What
I
about
was
you?
going to say the polar bear, but specifically fat polar bears.
Okay.
I just want to go up to one and just like wrap my arms like around it.
I don't know
and
if that's a good
just hug
idea.
it. I know. I heard that they're really, really aggressive.
I think they're the most aggressive bear.
But I think that they would let me hug them. I think I'm the exception.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I guess I could. What's the least one?
Probably a black bear.
Okay, I'll do it to a black bear.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
What, Red Lobster, that promotion, huh?
Yeah.
Free food.
Free food.
4 years. What is your favorite type of seafood?
I'm going to say shrimp.
Shrimp.
I really like shrimp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Breaded or fried?
Well, I can't have breaded Joe Malvin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have celiac
Okay.
disease.
Do you like, what's the sauce they give with shrimp?
At Red Lobster?
Nah, that's fine.
Okay.
Well, that is all the time we have for you tonight.
Stay updated on all these stories and more. Follow @KentWired on all social media platforms. I'm Lex Brady.
And I'm Joe Malvin. Have a great night, Portage County.
At Kent State University, student athletes from around the world find their home away from home.
My dream has always been to come to the United States and play basketball on a college level.
I'm gonna be the first graduate in my family. It's a big thing for me.
The faculty members here at Kent State are incredible.
I feel like Kent State, it has all the opportunity in the world.
Northeast Ohio is the ideal place for them to excel athletically and academically. From the moment they arrive, students are surrounded by a network of support that helps them thrive and achieve their dreams.
We are a family, so helping each other out is one of the most important things.
Straight away I knew I had people that I could count on. As soon as I got here, between coaches, friends that I met pretty early on, I feel like this is a second home now.
This is the place. This is it.
Coach Starkey, he always asks about how you're doing.
Our coaches are so supportive. They make you better athletes, and so many of those qualities are transferable. You're going to come out of here being a successful student athlete.
My name is Liam Aberly. I am an assistant designer here at Yellow Cake. Everything I do currently is all stuff that builds on top of things I learned at Kent.
They had a different commitment to their craft or to their major. You know, part of that is just who he is naturally, and I think part of that he gleaned and honed, his time at Kent State.
There has been a bit of a budding scene here in Cleveland between Valerie and some other designers that live around here, and we're really starting to put Cleveland on the map in the fashion world.
The collaboration between Kent State and the Cleveland Museum of Natural History is a long-standing one.
Dr. Aaron's
experimental lab is really state-of-the-art. It's known internationally.
We can recreate any artifact from the last 3 million years, and the Cleveland Museum of Natural History has pretty much any tool that ancient people use. So we send our students up here to study those examples so they can figure out how to recreate them. And the collaboration led to incredible discoveries right here in Ohio. And it's a dream come true.